Hello everybody, my name is Zen, and welcome to this video. I don't really know what to title it, but I'll tell you what we're doing. I am learning how to create maps inside of this game called Intruder, which is one of my personal favorite games. And if you've never heard of it before, I would totally recommend checking it out if you like stealth and first-person shooters, and you like ones that don't take themselves too seriously. I love Intruder, and I love being able to create maps, so I wanted to learn how to make them, but I really have no idea how to use Unity. I have no idea how to make maps, and I'm going to be a total noob learning how to do this. And this video, and perhaps, possibly, hopefully, series, is going to be me learning how to do this process from scratch, from basically nothing. My only background in mapping came from Roblox when I was like 15 years old, which was a long time ago, and I haven't really touched anything in relation to game development since. So this is pretty much new and fresh territory for me. Past couple of days, I have been looking at a few videos, learning how to make better maps, even though I haven't made one yet before. But I suppose the best thing one can do is just to learn how to get mapping. So what I'm going to basically do is talk through what I'm doing as I'm doing it, to try to understand and figure out how to do this. I am going to be looking at video tutorials, and I'm kind of going to be just recording while I do that, but I'm going to cut those out so I don't, A, steal someone's content, but B, put in stuff that's just unnecessary for the video. But yeah, you can expect some frustrations, some scratching head moments, and probably just, I don't know. This is kind of a video where if you want to hang out and just like watch me learn how to build maps, this might be the right video for you. At any rate, I hope you enjoy it and get something out of it. Maybe if you're learning how to make intruder maps too, you might find this video helpful. Yeah, let's get into it. So what I've done so far, this is Unity. This is Unity 2020. The reason we're using the 2020 version is because I don't believe we can use the newer versions. Current date is 2026, but for some reason, Unity 2020 is the version that we have to use for the intruder map making. Now, I have imported assets and downloaded packages from the Google Drive folder they provided us. So I have what you can see down here, these folders. There's this Intruder MM folder. If you guys want to learn how to set up your own Unity project to create intruder maps, I will include a link to a tutorial that helped me get this set up, so you can find out how to do that setup too. Okay, so yeah, I was kind of flipping through these. I don't really know what any of this stuff is. I do know what this is. So this is supposed to be like the size for the models of the garden intruder. So if we put this beside whatever objects we put inside here, we should be able to see like how big objects are in relation to this scaling issue or the scaling thing. I'd also learned that there's this like method inside of game dev or game mapping in general, which is called building a zoo, which allows you to lay out all of the assets that you have available and disposable to you so that you can see if there's any issues with them and or understand like how big they are in relation to other assets, which is kind of useful. So that'll probably be a goal for today, or a goal for one of the videos early on in the series, is to learn how to build a zoo. But let's talk goals for today. Today, what I'd like to do is learn how to build a floor, set an intruder and guard spawn up, and then test the map. That's all I'm really planning on doing today, and depending how long that takes, maybe we'll try to build like a little house or something. We'll see. See how far we can get. Now, from the tutorial I was looking at just before I started recording, I think there's a way to include objects. Okay, there's a sphere here. Okay, cool. Okay, we just learned how to place a sphere. Cool. Wait, okay, I can click away and I can move. Okay, now I can't move my camera with WASD. I'm confused. I was able to before. Okay, I use the arrow keys. All right, I'm still getting kind of used to the controls. Maybe I need a mover hand tool, move tool, rotate, scale, rectangle tool. Okay, but if we select this, okay, we can move this up and down. Wow, we can like go really far down. Okay, so there's tons of room. I don't know what this camera icon does, and I'm guessing this is the light source, which we can maybe move up and down. I think I'll just Command Z that. Okay, so this guy, I think if we go to rectangle tool, can we move it? Yeah, okay, cool. All right. So we're getting a floor. Okay, cool. I think we have a floor. I'll try to like match these up with the grid system here. This looks pretty big floor. I don't know if we need our floor to be that big. We just need a simple floor. For some reason, I don't know how to go like up and down. I need to like learn the controls for moving around. Oh, Q and E. Okay, Q and E. Okay, that goes up and down. Oh, I can go up and down while I'm holding right click. Okay. So if I hold right click, I can move around the camera. Okay, that makes sense. So when I hold right click, it switches to the hand tool. Or no, it switches to a view tool. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. I got to get used to Q and E. I'm used to like control and spacebar to move up and down. I wouldn't mind rebinding that, but I think we'll just have to learn Q and E for now. Okay. So we've got a floor, I think. Now we need to figure out how to set a spawn, and I don't know where spawns are, so I'm going to do a little tutorial here just to find out where I can find spawns so I can put down a spawn. Okay, so I watched a little bit more of the tutorial from the original Superboss games tutorial video that literally came out 11 years ago, so it has not been updated since then. So it looks like the spawns can be found in the Intruder folder here, and then we just got to go to prefabs. Inside prefabs, there should be spawns. At least that was in the original video. Aha, spawn A and spawn B. So if we drag this on, oh, okay, cool. Okay, sweet. All right. So let's bring this guy here so he's not clipping this guy here. So as well with the this cube here, we're gonna set the position as 0, 0, which is like basically like where spawn is, or like the middle of the map. So okay, the cube is at 0, 0. Cool. We should make the floor probably a little bigger though, considering that it is not that large right now. So we're gonna go a little wider, bigger and wider. There we go. Okay, so let's take this spawn. I think we need the direction tool here. Move him over here. I don't know how to rotate. I haven't learned how to rotate objects yet. Okay, this light is here. Let's bring this guy over here to this other corner. Bring him over a little bit more. Make sure he doesn't clip. Just bring up a bit. This guy is pretty high. Don't want him to be that high. Okay, whoops. Okay, I'm getting confused. The camera's... Oh my god, the camera's disorienting me. Right, okay. There we go. Grab tool, move him there. Okay. So we've set the spawn. This is the light source. This is the original light source, but I want to like delete that. I don't know how to delete that. I can't, when I press the backspace key, it doesn't actually delete. So I'm not sure how to delete that light source. Okay. Directional light, static. No, I didn't mean to check anything. Tag, default. I don't know how to delete a light source. How to delete Unity light source. No idea what I'm doing. Select the light game object in your hierarchy window and press delete key. Hierarchy window. Okay. This is the inspector window. What's the hierarchy window? Oh, it's right here. This is the hierarchy window. Okay, cool. And then if we just select that, can we delete it? Oh, okay, cool. We delete the light source. Okay, cool. Now let's add our own light source. To do that, if we go to game object, I believe we go to light and we do point light. Let's try a point light. Okay, cool. We got a light here. So I don't know what these are. This is maybe for rotating. I don't know what this. Oh, this is maybe for how much light the light gives off. Okay. Let's put this at 0, 0. The Y will believe. Okay, never mind. I extended things past 0, 0. Let's put this guy at 0, 0. So then like we'll have to move everything else over, but it's fine. Then we'll put the light at 0, 0. So it just makes things a little easier. We'll have to just reset the spawn points, but it's okay. So if we put the light up here, that should work. And let's bring this guy. I don't know how I did that rotating thing. Okay, I didn't mean to open that. Oh God. Getting used to the controls is still a little work in progress for me. Okay. So we're going to take this guy. We're going to move him over here. Like so. Okay, I think we are in business. He's above the spawn a little bit, but that should work. Okay. And then this guy, he's also above. Bring him down, put him there. Okay, that should work. Okay, now, oh, for the love of God, how do I look at this? Okay, this is the scene. We have a floor, 2 spawns, and a light source. So far, we've completed 3 of our objectives for today. Our next goal is to test the map, and I'm not sure how to do that. I was kind of watching the video, but I'm not totally sure how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to figure out how to do that and then resume. Okay, so the video is a little out of date. I'm just going to try placing an intruder here and see what happens. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Oh, it booted up my intruder. Okay. Oh, sick. All right. Join guards. No way. Oh, that's so cool. It works. This is amazing. Oh my God, I just made my first level. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Oh my God, this is so awesome. Yeah, how thick is this? Oh, it's pretty thick. Do I die? I just fall to my death for a very long time. Okay, so I feel like I need like a kill floor at some point. Otherwise, I'll just fall indefinitely. How do I leave? Exit to main? Okay, sweet. All right, we're back in the scene. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So I want to save this level. Do I need to do anything fancy with that? I think like I don't want to upload the map yet. Map setup tutorial. Oh, there's a tutorial. Where's the tutorial? Does this take us to? I'm just going to check if this takes us to a tutorial Wikipedia page. Ooh, it does. Okay. So I've also joined the Discord server and been like chatting with people in the map making channel, which has been pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. So happy about that so far. Having a lot of fun. I'm not okay. So what are the other goals we have? Okay, so far, we should take a note of what we have completed and not completed. These are my goals today. So build a floor. We've done. Set the spawn and test the map. We have done that. We've also create lighting, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we've done so far. That's good. So our next goals, what are our next goals? So we would like to build a small house, like to add a door. We've done the light source so far. I would like to see how the shadows are work, but observe shadows working. Just so we play with light, or like play with light source. Okay. Building a zoo. Now the zoo thing seems kind of difficult. I'm not sure how to do that yet, but it's probably possible. I just don't know how to flip between that. So goals and complete it. Okay, we built a floor, test the map, create the lighting, set spawns. Let's figure out how to build a small house. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So we're going to be looking how to do like gray boxing and stuff for like map design. I have been playing around sketching out like maps I've had in my head that I would like to try to make. Some of them are like really big, and honestly, for my first map project, I'm probably not going to go like super crazy. I'm going to try to think of something that's small that I can publish that would be kind of fun. and not super hard to make, so that like I kind of get a feel for what I'm doing before I start to go like fully crazy here. Okay, so we're definitely going to need a bit more room, I would say. What's this scale tool? Ooh, I think this is what we need. Oh, scale tool. Oh, okay. Oh, the scales on the side there. Oh, I can just set these numbers. Oh, this is super nice. Okay, so if I can just go, I'll just go 50-50, 50-50, and 0.5. Okay, I think that works. Let's just make sure that our spawns are not floating too high. Okay. Now we don't want to scale. We don't want to scale spawn. We want to move spawn. So we're gonna move spawn over here to this corner. Oh God, what just happened? What did I just do? Something. I broke something. I don't know what happened just now. Oh, okay. What? Why is it all in 2D? 2D. Huh? Okay, well I switched it. I can switch between 2D and 3D. That's cool. Cool. Shaded. I don't know what any of this stuff does. All right, this is wild. Okay, we need to move this guy. I'm gonna move him to the other corner, and hopefully we don't encounter any strange bugs that totally screw up what we were doing. Okay, so the light source is there. It looks like the light source is not like super big. Where's the light? Point light. Here we go. Okay, we got the light there. We'll position it at 5. Why? Cool. All right. That's the start. What's the main I don't know what main camera does. I have no idea what main camera is supposed to do, or if it's important, or if we even need it. That might be like a project for like a Unity learn how to do Unity tutorial, not the Intruder tutorial. So now we want to build a house. Okay, our objective is to build a house. So we're gonna get we get a plane. What's a plane? What's a plane? Oh, it's just a plane. Okay, never mind. Let's get rid of the plane. I don't need the plane. Delete plane. Okay, we're gonna get a 3D object. We're gonna get, what's a capsule? What's a capsule? Hold on. I want to see what this capsule is. Oh, cool. It's a capsule. Okay. All right, let's get rid of the capsule. The game object, 3D object, cylinder. Ooh, why does it always spawn? Does it always spawn at 000? No, this isn't a cylinder. Oh, this is a okay, this is a cylinder, not a capsule. Okay, interesting. All right. Why is it just called W? Delete that. All right. So is there a way, I wonder, to spawn 3D objects like directly in front of me? Probably. Oh, there's a terrain mode, a tree mode, and a wind zone. Wind zone. Okay, cube. Okay, do we need a sphere? We don't. We need a cube. All right, we got a cube. Where is the cube at? We're going to build the house at 000. That's the plan. And we're going to put the light inside the house. So the cube needs to be at 000. Okay, so it's clipping through part of the floor, but that's fine. We're going to scale the cube. So I'm going to like set like a foundation first, so I kind of know where I'm building. So we're gonna scale this puppy, and we're gonna go 10. Is 10 good? How big is 10? We could probably go bigger. We could probably go 15, 20. 20 is a little too big. Let's go 15. Scale our Z and our Y. Okay, cool. So the only thing that's tricky here though is because we can only, it's all gray. It's going to be kind of tricky to like figure out like how exactly, where we put it all. I wish I could, oh no, did I move that? No, oh wait, whoa, the move tool. What's this zoom feature? I don't understand how that works. Okay. Okay, I can move around with this tool. Move the camera with this tool. I'm slowly getting this. This is a little weird for me. I'm starting to get a feel for what I'm doing, sort of. Okay, not totally. Okay. All right, now what we want to do is we want to add walls. So we're going to get game object, 3D object, cube. All right, cube. All right. Now the problem is with this cube is I don't know how to line this cube up with the wall other than like ballparking it with my eyeballs. Whoa. Okay, I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. So if I grab this, I can just move it freely. Okay, that's neat to know. Okay, we're gonna line this guy up with the. So there's supposed to be like some sort of grid snapping. I don't know how to use the grid snapping yet. I am not familiar with how to use the grid snapping, and we just kind of have to observe. This doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough. Okay. So now we need to rectangle this guy. That's not what I want to do. Okay, we'll use this wall. Where's the thickness here? Scale? Oh, it's X scale. Okay, so the scale we want is 0.5. That's the scale we want for the wall. And then we're going to move the wall to this corner. Okay, great. I don't know what this zoom does. I don't. Oh, is that zoom how fast I can go in? Oh. Oh. Okay, so this determines how fast I can move through the game world. Okay, that's super interesting. Okay, I'm starting to get the controls for Unity kind of down. Okay, so we'll just leave that at 1. Okay, so this is 0.5 thickness. It's actually almost too thick for a wall. We could probably go 0.025. No, that'd be too close. 0.25 thickness. Even still, we probably do 0.1. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good thickness for a wall. Okay, the only downside is I don't know how to snap it to this this block here, so that's gonna be tricky. And then scaling, can we scale easily? Yeah, we can go. Hey, okay, that's working. All right, we're getting somewhere. Okay. So, okay, there we go. All right. Oops, nope. We need this guy, and let's scale you there. Just don't know if that's good enough. Okay, I think it almost is close enough. Good enough. Okay. Good enough. We should probably move it over just a hair. Good enough. Okay. So we have a tiny little wall, like a little foundation wall. We can actually make it go up a little higher, and we should. So this is going to be a really big house. Sort of. Can I copy and paste this? Whoa, I can. But I don't know how to move it very well. Okay, I got another wall. Okay, cool. Now I just need to figure out how to place this wall. And if I placed it in the right spot, the right height. What's the height of this one? The height is 2.5. I'm gonna do 2.5 even. There we go. Okay, we have 2 walls for our house. Look at that. Let's test it and see what it looks like. Placing an intruder. This might be a really big. This might be a really big house. Okay, it's not that big of a house. Cool, and the light source is right here. Sweet. So we got like 10-foot vaulted ceilings. Wonderful. Cool. Gray box. I would like to learn how to do grid snapping. I think we should learn grid snapping. So I'm going to take our to-do list here. Learn grid snapping. I think this is an important way to actually build maps. Helpful. Okay, build small house. I'm going to add grid snapping to later. Okay. All right, so let's finish building our house. We're going to exit to main. Okay, we're back in the scene. We're going to save so we don't lose it. Okay, we're going to copy and paste this wall. Now we need to learn how to rotate, and I have no idea how to rotate, though maybe I could just do 1. Does that? No. What if I did Y? Yeah, okay. Oh, I should just be able to do 180, right? Nope, that does not work. 2, 10, 30. Oh no, I just need to do 90, not 180. Duh. 90-degree angle. Okay. Brain just stopped working there for a second. All right, what just happened with that? I don't know what I just did. Is everything in full screen now? Everything's in full screen. What the heck? Well, this is kind of actually handy. Okay, we learned full screen. Just we don't know how to enter and leave full screen. That's a problem for future us. Okay, this is really okay. I'm going to try to get as close as possible. I'm not going to worry too much. This is our first project. If the house doesn't look perfect, that's fine. It's just got to resemble a house, okay? It just has to resemble the house. Okay, so we got walls. How we're going to do windows, I have no idea. I'm going to add that into the to-do list. Make windows and add door and add roof. Okay. We got our almost house. Let's grab this wall over here and just look at that. Bring the wall right here. We've got 4 walls. Okay, now we just need to learn how to unfull screen, which I don't know how to do. Shift space. Shift space. Oh, it's shift space. Oh, okay, that's super useful. Okay, so to full screen switch is shift plus space. Okay, we have learned something new. We have learned how to shift full screen. We've learned how to do that. That's cool. All right, we learned something new. Okay. Don't need spawn A open like that, I don't think. Okay, we got lots of cubes. I think we can like label these, right? Rename? Yeah, we can rename them. Okay, cool. So we have a box, an open box, and we need a roof. I think that roof is more important, arguably more important than the door at this point. So let's see, 3D objects, triangle. Do we have a triangle? No, sphere. Okay, capsule, cylinder, plane, quad. What's a quad? What's a quad? I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm just going to delete that. I don't know what that does. I'm completely confused. We need a roof, and I don't want the roof to look like a flat top. And I'm not sure how to do that. I think I need like a triangle or something. Okay, I'm going to Google how to add a triangle. Okay, so I have learned that triangles do not come standard in Unity. You have to either download them from an asset store, or you have to create one yourself and then upload it as a mesh or something like that. I have no idea how to do that. I have no idea how difficult it is to do that. So we're gonna like just finagle our own triangle roof here. It's probably gonna look like really crappy, but hey, you know what? It's our first project. We can get away with that. All right, so we're gonna take this guy. We're gonna copy paste him, and we're gonna go up here. And then we need to figure out how to rotate him, and we need to rotate on the y-axis. No, the x-axis. Hold on. Let's see. No, not on the z-axis. We want to go 30. Oh yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna do a 45-degree roof. Oh baby, look at that. Okay. Oh, we are in business. Okay. So now what we want to do is scale this puppy. So it's big. We're gonna scale him. Okay, look at that. Oh, what a thing of beauty right there. What a thing of beauty. Okay, so we got a roof on the way. We got a roof on the way. That's what we should call our newfound convenience store. Roof on the way. All right, so that should almost be a tall enough roof. That is a very huge ass ceiling, if I do say so myself. We probably should dial that down to 30 degrees instead. Instead of 40. How about 20? No. No, it should be around 70. 70 would be a more reasonable roof, okay? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. It would be a more reasonable roof. Let's scale this guy down a bit. Now we're going to move them over like so. Okay, this looks almost like a barn. I was trying to make a house, but we got a barn instead. We'll take it. I'm not going to complain. Okay, we got this other roof now, and if we just we gotta do a spin move all the way around, I think that would be a 90-degree angle. So if we it'd be a 180. There we go. Spin move acquired. All right. Now the problem is how do we match this up so it looks good on both sides? That I have no idea how to do. And this is probably where the difficulty of Unity comes in without a grid snapping tool. I don't even know if there is a grid snapping tool in Unity, actually. I could totally be wrong about that. Okay, let's take a look. That's so if there isn't a grid snapping tool, I'm really curious, how do people like manage seams? Because I think I would find seams very difficult. So it turns out that this is not working. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to start from the corner here instead. And just get this as close as we can within reason. Okay, that's pretty on the ball. Not obviously not perfect, but it's pretty on the ball. This crisscrosses here, but we should be able to just resize this a little bit that way, and this one a little bit that way. And look at that, it's almost seamless. It's not perfect by any means, but it is it's pretty good. I mean, I would say. Let's see. Up. We want to go up? No. Let's go. Okay, can we extend this a little bit? Not perfect, but pretty dang snazzy. Pretty dang snazzy. Oh man, I think that's perfect. Well, I mean, not like perfect. I can still see a seam sort of, but hold on. Maybe I got to go up with this one a little bit more. That almost looks perfect. Almost. I can still see the seam. I don't really know how to fix that. So things to learn. I'm going to do another little to-do list here. Things to learn. And we're going to go put that here so it separates it from there. Make that a little easier to understand. Our notes section. All right. Difficult notes section. Okay. How to seamlessly connect pieces. Grid snapping? Question mark? Okay. All right. So we have completed our roof, now our next problem is how the heck do we make a triangle here? And that's kind of a problem. That's an awkward problem to have. So I know that I can make a diamond, possibly, but like this is not a right angle. This is not a right angle. So the diamond, I have no idea how to fill that in. Yeah, I have no idea how to do that. This is awkward. Okay, I think we're going to need to do another tutorial. Yeah. Okay, so I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. I found this this information here on this website. I don't really know exactly how this works, but it looks like this guy was trying to make a triangle, and he found that you couldn't find it in the 3D object window. And so this guy responded, and he said there's no built-in triangle primitive, which we discovered. And I don't even know what a triangle primitive is. Like, what do you mean by primitive? Just like primitive shape? I'm not sure. But he said, luckily, the Unity editor is easy to extend, so you can put the script somewhere in your project folder, and a new triangle button should show up under Game Object 3D Object menu, which would actually be a really easy place for us to have the triangle. So that sounds really, really useful. I put this script into ChatGPT because I wasn't really sure if, is the script dangerous or safe. I just wanted to make sure. I obviously am not a programmer. I do know how to read a little code, but I'm a little bit lazy. And actually, just looking at this code now, it looks completely harmless and fine. But I'm just I definitely took a lazy route there with my brain. Okay, so we're gonna figure out how to add this here. So it tells me that in Unity's project window, create a C# script. Okay, so if we go to project window, file, no, edit, no, assets, create, aha, C# script. Where did I put that? Where did that go? Oh, that's there. Oops, nope. New behavior. I think this is an accident. I'm going to delete that. Yes. Okay, we got to go back to assets. Okay, now we go to assets. Now we go create. Now we go C# script. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to call this triangle primitive. Okay. And then if I open this up, okay, it opens up a scripting program here. And this is where I should be able to paste that code. So if I copy this code and just throw it in here, save, hopefully this works. I don't want to install a dev kit right now. This is opening VS Code. Okay, so if I close that, that should be saved. It looks like it's compiling it. Okay, great. Now, if I go into game object, 3D object, there should be a triangle. Ah, there's a triangle. Okay, so let's go back into full screen here, and then we're going to try to do that. We're going to go to game object, 3D object, triangle. I have no idea where the triangle went. I don't see it. Did it work? I think that script did nothing. I'm going to tell ChatGPT that. Okay, so it says, oh my God, shift spacebar. We do have a triangle. Oh, here it is. There we go. Oh, it's right here. Okay, cool. It's, whoa. Oh, cool. All right, cool. Oh, this actually works. Oh my God, it works. Holy cow. Okay. ChatGPT told me that the triangle should be there. It's just it wasn't easy to see. Just select it in the hierarchy window. I forgot to look in the hierarchy window so that we can see where our objects are. Okay, this is cool. Does this mean... Okay, so if I scale this here... Oh, beautiful. Oh my God, that's exactly what we need. Okay, great. So now, can we see... We can't see it from both sides. So that's annoying. Can I make this thick? Is the question. Yeah, that's like, I don't know how to do that. Okay, wait. Rotation scale. Would it be scale? I think it would be scale. Can I go for scale? Scale is here. Scale is here. Okay, if I scale this, I cannot scale it in the Z direction. Okay, so what we need is a triangle object that's kind of like almost like a cylinder in a way, but not quite. And yeah, I should just use a disclaimer. I know some people really don't like artificial intelligence. I have no problem using artificial intelligence as a tool to help me solve problems. I'm not really interested in scripting. I do know how to write in Python and in C. I have taken classes in Python and C. However, I have never really been a programmer. I have always been more of a designer. For me, programming has always just been a means to an end and only doing it when I absolutely have to. I can read scripts, but they're just not really, I don't find it that much fun. Though I have done a few programming projects that were pretty cool and I'm really happy. I've also dabbled in assembly and learned how to understand a little bit of assembly, which was, for me, was a massive achievement in my life. And I'm very happy I learned that, but I'd never want to do it again. So yes, I will be using ChatGPT to build the scripts that we need in learning how to use it in Unity when needed. But if it does come down to an area where I actually need to learn how to program because it's really important, I will likely do that. So, with that note, we're going to stay becoming mentally lazy. No, so with programming. So what I'm going to do is what I found out we needed is not a triangle with a flat face, which is what this is. Excuse me. And I see now why it is a very primitive triangle. What we need is a prism. I do not know the names of all my shapes. So we need a prism, and we're going to create a prism, and I got ChatGPT to generate us a script for a prism. So I'm going to delete the triangle here, and then we're going to go to our triangle primitive here, and we're going to edit it. Open it up. We're going to paste this prism text in. We're going to save. We're going to close. We're going to let that compile. We're going to rename this bad boy. Rename to triangle prism. We're going to name this a prism. Triangle prism. Okay, and so now if we go back into our editor and we come back here, we should be able to game objects, 3D object, triangle prism. I don't know where it spawned. Here we go. It's down there. Okay, just kind of spawned that down below. Now look at this. That is so sick. Oh my god, we have a prism. ChatGPT generated prism. Dude, artificial intelligence is amazing. Holy crap. Jeepers. Okay, let's see how well this works. So we're going to play around with the scaling here and see how well we do. So this is the scale. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. It's got everything we need. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun. We got a triangle. We got a triangle. Okay. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Look at our beautiful triangle. Look how beautiful it is. Okay, so what we need now is to get our scale here. I think we need 0.5. That's way too big. 0.5 for scale. No, 0.1. I think we're doing 0.1 walls, if I remember correctly. No. All right, this is 0.1 wall? I don't think so. There might be an issue here. Oh, maybe. Hold on. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it looks right. No, it doesn't. Well, the scale for this one is I thought maybe we did 0.2. 0.2 looks like it's a little closer. It was 0.2. Well, pretty much on the nose. Okay, so now let's do the triangle stretch. We're gonna stretch this up here, and we're gonna stretch this over here. And then we're gonna stretch this over here. So it almost looks like it almost worked. I think we might have overstretched. We might have overstretched. Let's go over here and rectify that situation. So this is where grid snapping could be very handy. Now it looks like there's a problem here, and I don't know exactly what the problem is, but it looks like we need to... Oh, you know what the problem is? The problem is that we didn't put the floor right here. We got to move this bad boy up. That's why. That's why it's looking weird. Okay. So let's make sure we line this up as best we can. This will be really helpful for creating roofs. Roofs? Roofs or roofs? What is plural of roof? Roofs? Roofs. Arc. Roofs. Okay, I think that actually works. We could go up a little bit. We could go up a little bit. Oh my god, I just created my first triangle. With the help of the assistance of ChatGPT. Oh my god, we got a triangle! It works! Okay, we're gonna... we have triangle prism number 2. Okay. This guy, thankfully, we can move pretty easy. Oh, this is the rotate tool. Okay, now we discovered the rotate tool. Okay. Okay, we're gonna bring this over here. Oh my god, we have a house. Almost. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this a little closer. That seemed not perfect, but not too bad. Holy cow, we have an indoor house. Okay, so the light here we can actually bring up. We can put it near closer to the top of the house, which would be cool. Give us some house light. All right. This is a little tall, actually. Is it clipping? I can't quite tell. It looks like... I'm confused. Do we need to come down more? So, I don't know if grid snapping would help here or not, to be honest. Okay, it's not perfect. I'm not going to get too fussy with it. What we do need is we do need to learn how to snap things or make things like more with polished edges, which I have not learned how to do yet. But we have gray boxed our first house frame. Um, that only took us an hour to learn how to do. Okay, so now we have our first gray box house frame. Now we need to learn how to make windows and doors, and I have no idea how to do that. So I think we're going to have to do a tutorial for that. I'm pretty sure there's door scenes in here. I just don't know how to do that, but we should probably learn how to make windows first, because I remember watching a YouTube tutorial before, and I'm pretty sure that you do cutouts. I think you do window cutouts, if I'm not mistaken. So you like find another cube and then just cut out the window, and then you have a window, I think. But we also have windows inside in here, I think. Materials, models, plugins, scenes, scripts. I think it might be under prefabs, custom door, proxy, glass proxy. Do we have a window? I don't know what proxies are. We have mirrors. Okay, that's cool. Target, sweet. Item proxies, cool. Custom item proxies. I don't know what those are. More prefabs. I don't know what these are. So we got glass. Ideally, we set up windows. We got a keypad, pickup, observe, mover, jeepers. There's so much stuff. Zipline. Oh, cool. I like ziplines. Target. Materials. Okay, we know what those are. Images. Don't need those. Animations. Probably don't need resources. Scenes. I'm pretty sure I saw. Oh no, wait. We downloaded doors. I remember there was a door. There was a door. Doorland. Okay, lighting, data, light map, reflection, probe. Okay. Not doorline materials. Okay, door materials, meshes. Aha. Frame. Here we go. Here's a door frame. Okay, we're gonna need a frame and a door. I have no idea how to add these. I think I'm going to need to get a tutorial to learn how to add these. Prefabs, door, glass, door. Here's a door. Whoa. Okay, I don't know where we are now. I think I'm in a different scene. I double clicked that and now I'm somewhere else. How do I go back? Oh, okay. Okay, so can I import the door? Oh, I just dragged the door on top. Okay, cool. All right, sick. So, I mean, I can obviously clip the door through the wall, but then there's still a wall there. So I don't know how to do that. I think I need to like cut it out of the wall and then put it in. I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna raise that door. Just want to make sure that the door is in fact above. Okay, so the door is currently inside. So I think I need to watch a tutorial here to get the door working. We're gonna do that. We're gonna watch a tutorial. Okay, so I think this is a good time to learn grid snap. We probably should have learned it a little bit earlier, but better late than never. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, bring this door over here. So there is a magnet tool located in the toolbar overlay in the top of the scene view. I don't see a magnet tool. Editor tool. 2D, what's this? Scene lighting is used. Oh, okay. Audio. Skybox. Oh, sick. Okay. Number of hidden objects. Toggle the visibility of the grid. Okay, cool. This is hide or show the component editor tools panel. Settings for the scene view camera. Gizmos. I don't see a magnet tool. Oh, wait. Is this the magnet tool? Yeah, here we go. Toggle grid snapping on and off. Available when you set tool handle rotation to global. Tool handle rotation. Tool handles are in the active objects rotation. So if I go to global, I think I toggled it. Oh, I did. Ooh, it's on grid snapping. Ooh, okay. So that changes things because I think our house might need to be readjusted to snap onto the grid. Okay, we should have learned grid snapping earlier. We did not. Okay, but now we know. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our house. We're going to scale our house. Do we want to scale our house? No. That was a mistake. Okay. What if I move this house? Oops. What if I, oh God. What if I move? Ah, it moves on the grid. Okay. Cool. All right. And if we resize, does this move on the grid too? Okay, this doesn't move on the grid though. That's kind of annoying. How do I get the wall to move on the grid? Any object you transform will automatically snap to grid lines. How do we snap the wall when resizing it to the grid? This, I need to learn how to do this. Okay, Google time. Okay, so there's a grid and snap settings. And if we go to edit and we go to grid and snap settings. Okay, here we go. So I don't really know how to use these. Rotate, scale. It says set your desired grid size and move increment values to match your wall dimensions, 1 unit or 0.5 units. Okay, so we're going to scale 1.5, 0.25. Move, actually 0.25 sounds pretty good. Rotate, 15. Scale, 1. This seems fine. Resizing aligning walls. Select your wall game object and change its transform scale in the inspector to fit whole integer values of your grid size. Okay, so maybe we got to do it this way. So here, transform scale. Okay, maybe I'll hold control. Maybe if that I do that. So if I hold control, no, shift. Nope, that made a mistake. Okay. How do we do this? Additional settings is trigger center size. Tag. Okay, so I had to do a little research. I looked a couple videos. Nothing was really working. So it turns out that I discovered something. So when I go to use the move tool here, you can see that the toggle grid snapping on and off is working. And if I move this around, it snaps the wall to the grid, which is great. But when I switch to the rectangle tool, this turns off and I can't turn it back on again. And same with the scale tool, it stays off. I only get access to it when I hit the move tool. So let's just demo that. That's not snapping. So what ChatGPT is telling me is that I need to find ProBuilder, install it, and then use the ProBuilder workflow in order to do what we're trying to do. So that's what we're going to try to do here. I don't know if that's actually what I need or not, but we're going to give it a shot and hopefully that does work. Okay, so to install ProBuilder, this is what we're just going to follow the instructions we're given. We go to Window, select Package Manager. Okay, cool. And we got to look for the drop-down filter near the top left. This is something like Packages and Projects. Okay. And change it to Unity Registry. Cool. Search for ProBuilder. Should be down here. ProBuilder. Okay. And then select Install. Okay, we're installing that, ProBuilder. Okay, so hopefully ProBuilder is the solution to our problems. I don't know if it is. I still have no idea what I'm doing. But we have a house, sort of. We just don't have a door to enter the house yet. Most important thing we need to do before the windows is install the door. Install the door. Okay, so I think we got it. Okay, so it looks like we select our wall. Then we open ProBuilder. So we got to look for ProBuilder by going to Window. And then ProBuilder? I don't see it. From Window. No, go to Tools. Oh, okay, Tools. ProBuilder. Okay. ProBuilder window. Oh, okay. Put your wall into the Pro Builder editing mode. Excuse me? With your wall selected, Pro Builder should give you options for editing its geometry. Look for the selection modes: vertex, individual points, edge, edges, face, surfaces. Choose edge. I don't see edge. New shape, new poly shape, UV editor. Can I put the Pro Builder down here? Put the Pro Builder down here. I don't see edge. Okay, so GPT says I need to select Pro Builderize. Your wall will be converted into a Pro Builder mesh. Now look at the scene view, not this Pro Builder. You should get a Pro Builder editing controls in the scene view. Oh, okay. Vertex selection? Oh, okay. Yeah. Not quite. Edge selection. This was at 1, I think. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Your wall will be converted to a Pro Builder mesh. Now look at the scene view, then select an edge. Okay. I can't select the edge. Edge, vertex selection, edge selection. It won't let me select edge selection. It tells me to press H on my keyboard. So I go to Pro Builderize. Oh God, what is happening? Oh, there's so many options here. Set collider, manage objects. Pro Builder is not. Oh, hold on. Pro Builder. Okay. What in the world is going on? Pro Builderize. Okay, when preserved faces is enabled. What does this do? I'm so confused. Okay, so I think part of the problem here is that we are scaling on like decimal numbers, and we need to not do that. We want to be only rotating and scaling on like values that are whole numbers. So we have definitely created a problem for ourselves. That does mean that we might need to redo the house. And this is now becoming an issue, but I think we can fix this. So what ChatGPT is telling me is that I need to adjust my grid and snap settings. So if I go to edit and I go down here, this is where we grid and snap. So the increment snap, the move is on 0.25 and rotate and scale. So I'm going to send a picture of these settings to it. Maybe I get the idea of how this is supposed to work because it doesn't explain it. Okay, so chat says this is correct. And we're going to take a look at our wall. And the scale is 0.1. Like, it's kind of wild here. I actually don't know what to do. I'm so confused. I'm going to add a new cube and just dick around with it here. I want to get rid of this Pro Builder. I don't think we're using this Pro Builder. I think this Pro Builder is not the solution to this problem. I don't think that's actually going to help us. So I'm just going to add a cube because I think I need to test this out. We're going to go to game object, 3D object, cube. All right. So we got oh God, we got a cube here. I'm like on the verge of frustration. We have a cube. All right. Let's take a look at the cube. Cube's at position here. All right. So I want to scale the cube. I want to see what happens when I scale the cube. When I scale the cube, does it scale? See, the scale, it scales on negative numbers. It's not scaling on whole numbers. That's the problem. It needs to scale on normal numbers. Why is it not doing that? Scale preset. How do I scale it? Okay, so this scales. I'm like searching through so many Google searches right now, and I cannot for the life of me find how to correctly scale something without using decimals instead of integers. Or no, instead using integers instead of decimals. So integers allow it goes like negative numbers and positive numbers. Whole numbers is only positive numbers, if I remember correctly. Decimal numbers are like you see this like 3.101. I don't want that. I want to be able to scale not on those really small spots. So that's become a problem. And if I go to edit and I go to snap and grid settings, the roll grid's 111. That's all great. Increment snap is at 0.25. Scale is 1. Align selection to grid. All that stuff's all dandy, but like if I scale, I can't use the global tool handle rotation and turn on grid snapping. I don't know how to do this, and it's really frustrating me. Like I am frustrated. So okay. I'm gonna just probably call today. Oh my god. I'm probably going to call today here before I actually start bashing my head against the wall, because I'm pretty happy with what we have created so far. How much did we do? We got a house. It has walls. We got a light source. We have not figured out the doors or the windows yet, or how to scale on the grid. If anyone is watching this video and you know how to do that, I would sincerely appreciate your input in the comments to let me know how I am supposed to scale things so they snap to the grid. Please help me, God. I will try to figure that out and research that for the next episode so I know how to do that, so I don't have to do a whole bunch more editing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun making this, even though I got frustrated. And I'm looking forward to actually proceeding further and learning more about how to use Unity and how to do map making. This was a blast. Thank you. And I'll catch you in the next one. Sign out.